Being cast in a Broadway show is a major accomplishment for those who love to work in musical theater. With their combined talents of singing, dancing, and acting, Broadway actors are some of the best in the business. What does it take to be a professional actor? How about staying in shape? Lots and lots of phone calls and auditions, and hours of lessons. And then maybe, just maybe, you might land a job. Jose Llana is one of the lucky and talented few who has made it all the way to Broadway. He currently stars in the musical The 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. Jose starts his day by exercising.
Basically, I wake up not too early. Theater people sleep late, work late and sleep late, so have a cup of coffee and I go running usually. Sometimes if I'm not listening to rap music or something, I'm listening to a song I have to learn. My goal is to try to learn a new song once or twice a week. When I do a show that has a lot of dancing in it, the stamina is important. A lot of people don't realize, like, to be able to do a 5 or 6 minute dance piece and then to be able to sing still, it's very much a physical job.
Jose also has to keep his voice in shape. After running, he takes lessons with Joan Lader, a highly regarded voice coach.
I want you to put your hands right here at that joint. The chew, when you're not chewing, you should be pretending.
Okay. I have dreamed that your arms are long.
You really have to understand what goes into producing sound. This is sort of a freaky voice. He's got this flexibility, but he's got to be really careful. And that's why he constantly has to work on all the different parts of his voice. But he's got an extremely versatile, flexible instrument that seems to get better as he gets older.
A lot of young people, including myself, thought once you make it in your first job, the work is done. Then after that, you'll get job offer after job offer after that. You never have to work again. And it was the total opposite of the truth.
You're only as good as your last job. That's how it goes.
There's a pain goes on and on. Empty chairs at empty tables. Now my friends are dead and gone.
Jose's training helps him sing under adverse conditions.
People will say that, I don't understand it. Well, how come he always, no matter how he feels, he sounds the same. But
where my friends will sing no more.
Where's for me? Nice, that was good.
Cool.
Jose has enjoyed singing since he was a kid.
I moved here from the Philippines when I was 3. I couldn't shut up. I was always singing, I was always yelling and being the big class clown and trying to make people laugh. Seeing people singing on stage, it was something that I knew that I could do well, and I went for it.
And he's gone for it with vengeance. Prior to playing the role of Chip in Spelling Bee, Jose played other successful roles.
This is Martin Guerre, which is the same people who wrote Les Mis and Miss Saigon. This is their 3rd show. Street Corner Symphony, a Motown Revue, Angel on Broadway in the Rent cast. I was a 3rd Angel. This was in The King and I. The first year I was in school, a Broadway show called The King and I was auditioning, and there was a part in it that was exactly right for me. So that was my big break. When I was 18, and I really didn't know what I was doing. I was very much a learning experience. I was taught how to be a professional in a very short amount of time. I realized it was a craft and a business more than it is a bunch of people making all their dreams come true.
For every professional acting job, there are hundreds of actors auditioning.
As well as you do your job and as talented as you think you are, there's always that fear that someone younger with better skills is going to come up right behind you and take your job. And even a lot of Broadway performers, they'll hit a dry spot where they can't get a job and they go back to waiting tables. It's those moments where you really have to question yourself and go, should I go back to school and be an engineer? Or do I still want to do what I love When I ask myself if there's anything else I could do, the answer is no. From the first show I auditioned for, once I saw that it was possibly mine to get, I did everything I could do to get that job. It's never over. Like, once you get a job, you celebrate a little bit, but then you're always thinking about that next job. It's like this hamster in this wheel. Like, you're always going. You can never relax. You have to love that. Like I do. I love auditioning. I love learning a song. I've never played an Italian before. I have to learn Italian for this next job. Or I have to learn to be a better fencer. That's exciting to me, like the challenge of learning something. Every day you doubt yourself. Every time you have a bad audition, you doubt yourself. Every time you are on your 10th rejection, I have so many friends every year who just get fed up and they said, I can't take this anymore. I can't go into one more audition and then tell me I'm not good enough. There's a lot of rejection. And if you can't take that kind of rejection, then you can't be an actor, because actors get that every day. But if you're willing to go through that kind of work, and if you work at it enough, then the luck will come through where the part will come to your door and it's the right place, it's the right time, you're the right look for it, and you've worked the work you need to do to get to that point, then you'll get your break. I don't recommend you do it all the time, but to close your eyes, because it's repetitive.
Knowing how difficult it is to land that coveted role, Jose coaches younger actors who are trying to break into the business.
It's such a stupid little trick, but it's true. When you go from there and you point your eyes down to where you want them to look, they have no choice but to look where you're looking, and so see that you're taking that moment.
Patrick Santos has chosen to sing The Old Red Hills of Home for his next audition.
Start.
Farewell, my Llana, I miss you already and dream of the day.
It's even more important for me to sort of reach out to the ethnic kids, because a lot of them, their mentors are all Caucasian, or their mentors are all people who they don't really have a direct understanding of what it means to be an ethnic singer in this city. You're going to go in there with them like, okay, we wanted a Caucasian person, why is he here? And you really have to change your minds. And it's about picking the right song to sort of throw them for a loop a little bit. It's like, okay, I know I'm not what you want, but you got to hear me sing anyway. The first time I coached a kid and he calls me the next day, he's like, I got the job. It was almost as good as me getting the job.
At 7 p.m., it's time to go to work. Jose meets some fans who have returned to see Spelling Bee for a second time.
Thank you so much. You're welcome. Thanks. Bye. Thank you very much. It brings its own peculiar rejection, which is why I'm selling this PTA confection.
Another day, another performance.
I'm one of the lucky few actors who actually gets to make a living out of acting, and I'm thankful for that every day.
Did you know? Making it on Broadway requires dedication and commitment. Most musicals rehearse 6 days a week for 4 to 6 weeks before opening night. In addition to rehearsing with other cast members, performers often hire specialty coaches for individual instruction.